So right now, I just throw colors down. I put down some Prussian blue, and then this like bright pink color, and a turquoise here. I tend to use liquid paints for the style that I use, and sometimes I will add mediums to it. This is a extender that I'm going to show that's really good for blending. I can't decide, and maybe you guys can help me decide. I want to do the sky, and I don't know if I should do like a traditional sky with the, no. I'll tell you what, I want to show you one thing, and then I'll cover it up. How's that? So we may not finish a whole composition.
Maybe not.
Maybe we might not cover. Yeah, right. Let's see what happens. So that's kind of my style. Let's see what happens.
I like it.
Yeah. I don't take anything when I paint seriously. Like you have to get it out of your head. I used to say this, like, don't worry about where it's going to go, what your mother-in-law is going to say about a painting, that kind of thing, or your neighbor, what they're going to say when they walk in. Just paint and have fun. And,
Right,
and
that's the best.
yeah. And today I brought all big brushes, bigger brushes. And first what I want to do is I'm going to just, and if you want to take notes or stop me or whatever, like I said, you can do that. But I'm just going to rough in my thing. How many people start upside down ever? Yes. Yay! Yay. So I think I will just start this upside down for fun. And the reason I do that, do you guys know why?
Shapes.
Yeah, you see, so if someone is painting and they need to do an eye, they're painting like what in their head things looks like an eye. When you turn it upside down, that eye is gone. You're just thinking this circle, this goes this way. You get more of a, it's just easier to find the shapes and get it down on the canvas or whatever you're painting on without getting super hyper fixed on the details. Because when you're trying to draw lips, you think, oh, they go like this, you know. But if you're doing it the other way, you just see this angle goes at this angle. This goes 90 degrees this way. This is, you know, you start seeing other shapes. So I think what I'll do is go ahead and just start this upside down and then flip it for fun. And so, okay, so also I did a little thing that I discovered the other day is I started using tape on the sides of my canvas because I know that I'm going to cover up my lines. And so I started putting little tiny pieces of tape where my halfway, quarter-way marks are so that I don't lose sometimes when I need to go back and I'm kind of getting lost. I'll just put a piece of tape right there. Oh, that's the halfway mark, so I know, like from my picture. So like I'm looking at this here, and I know like a quarter of the way I got to go from here. I've got to end this line about here. There. So I'm going to just do, and this is here. Way. So one of the other things about is I do a lot of squares when I paint. Like I paint in a square format. This is obviously a rectangle, but one thing that's important is finding interesting lines and shapes in my composition before I even get going. You know, I really like, this is a long walkway, and you'll see it when we turn it upside down, but I just like strong lines, and I'll try to find shapes and things like that that are in my composition even before I start, so. I'm sorry if I...
Is the photo a square, or is it the same one?
It's same, so I'll go into Photoshop and I'll scale it down. So this is 36 by 36, so I did 5 by 6, and then I put some lines on it. You know, so I want it to be in scale when I do that. But I'll get lost along the way, and you guys can correct me if I get lost. So I'm just getting some general lines in first. And when you're put on the spot like this, you know it's not that easy. If anyone's ever had to. Okay, we've got those. So I'm going to just throw in some shadows. And I did put the colors that I told you that I put down, on my palette, I actually added some of this nickel gold quinacridone. I added that to my blue, so that's why I'm getting this dark color right now. But they're just, just trying to get these dark shapes in to start. Oh, it's too dark. And my palette is not like Lorraine has a very pretty palette. When people that do oil painting, they have beautiful palettes. They're with all the, like, traditionally it looks so pretty how all the colors. And if you saw, this is how I roll. A little bit different. So there's going to be some mistakes in here, but oh well. I do have a little motto that says the good thing, there's good news and bad news about acrylics. The good news is they dry fast. The bad news is they dry fast.
Yep.
That's exactly it. So. Okay. So I'm almost done with this general layout, guys, and then we'll. I'm just trying to. This is a pretty easy composition, so. I'll just flip it back over. So, let's do a fun sky for fun. I'll do my traditional sky first, and then we'll paint over it, just so you can see, because I do want to talk about blending. So, here we go. It's not enough paint. Let's see. Too dark. There we go. I use, I don't, as often, I like to use buff instead of white. So I'm just going to put like a general color in here for now, and sometimes I'll leave and I'll do the sky last, and sometimes I'll do it first, or as you go. I don't know about you guys, but when you paint, sometimes just things are working better than others, and
So what colors did you use for that?
this has got a little bit of the it's a turquoise color and buff.
Okay.
And then, I wish I had a bigger brush. I can tell you that right now. This looks like I don't know what I'm doing, doesn't it? It literally looks like she doesn't know what she's doing. That's how I feel. Okay, so just putting some color on there. So what I was talking about blending, paper towels, this is important. All right. Okay. Get this going. Let's say we have this like stormy looking thing here, and we're going to put a cloud in there. So I've got to get my, oh, I like that color. That is pretty. So I'll just see already. Oh, yay, that's cool. There you are. Spoke too soon. I like that green color that's happening down there. That is a cool. And I don't have any green on my palette. What happened was the turquoise mixed with some of this,
Oh, the as of.
Yeah, this is the, yeah, as of gold, yeah, it looks really pretty. So I think I'm just gonna, let's just say we have a,
Nickel as of gold.
oh, that's kinda cool. Okay, so you can see that some of it's kind of, it's still wet. Is that nice? Let's see. I'm making these clouds up, so it's kind of a little bit more challenging. And darker. So I was gonna say about blending, and that's what like I said, everything's really wet. It must be humid in here or nice, it's not outside. But when you're blending, paper towels for acrylics is really great because let's say I had a really dark color right here, right? Let's just say we do this. We have this dark color. And we want to bring that up, but we want to gradiate it. So one way is to just, wipe like this. But one of the things to do is just keep constantly cleaning your brush. And what I do is I just pull all the paint out. I'm not going back and forth right now, but you could try different things and see what works for you. But I'm just cleaning that brush to get any of the other stuff off. And this cloud doesn't really mean too much, and then I can do this.
Need a depth.
Yeah, I can't really see what's going on too much. I think it's too blue, but even so. But see, this is what I wanted to share with you, and I know that it's not the same as, again, as with watercolor. And then I also have a couple of old brushes that I've kind of ruined per se, but I keep them because, can you see how splayed and messed up it is? But it's really nice for making wispiness in your clouds. So if you just want to have it more soft. Oh, the other thing is at any time, I always tell people if they want to come up and look, I mean, I know you can see it there, up there, but doesn't that kind of give it a little mood?
Very nice.
And like, boom, we're done. It happened so fast. But let's just see what else. Dark, what do you think? A little darker? I'm not very good at doing this without a photo, like making up a cloud like this is not my normal, style, but since I wanted to show that, maybe, I feel like having this interactive where you guys can tell me what to do next. Like, what color should this be?
Do you have any extender in there now?
I have some in the middle. And I'll get to a point, like sometimes I'll use my water bottle and I'll spray. But what happens with that when you do the water bottle is that sometimes it'll take off too many layers of the paint and you'll get the little dots in there. And I was talking to, do you guys know Lorraine? So and we were saying, like, when we paint sideways like this so that people can see, sometimes our compositions aren't the best because you're painting sideways. And I'm grabbing a little bit of the light pink, like a peachy pink for fun. Okay. Oh, I like that. Okay. And we'll just get this. So we can keep this and keep working on
right now, are you going by the photograph?
There's no clouds in the photograph.
Okay, so that
I'm just winging it because I wanted to show clouds, but I did not bring a picture of clouds. But I think they look kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Really good.
I'm okay with what's happening.
So I think the point here, Kate, is that you should deviate from the photograph.
Yeah, you certainly, yeah, I do as far as colors. I always deviate with colors. I try to get at least the general composition in before I experiment too much, because you don't want to go like way off the rails when you start. You kind of want to get a nice, good, oh my gosh, I'm putting you to sleep. Are you okay?
I'm coming off of 3 weeks.
Oh. Okay,
I'm
that's
listening
fine.
and I'm watching.
I love it. I'm like, oh, I must be so boring.
Don't look at me, this is 3 weeks of trial.
Or else I have a nice voice and it's lulling you. That's what's
No, I'm on iced tea, I'm trying. I'm just surprised that I fell asleep. I'm in the front row so nobody sees it. I love what you're doing, I absolutely love it.
So, yes, ask.
The photography that you do,
The what?
the photography that you do is part of your creative process.
With this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I take a lot of pictures wherever I go. I've always got my phone on, charged, and it's just, trying to get the angles low, interesting dimensions. I know that sometimes I'll take a photograph knowing I'm gonna remove something out of it if there's a building in the way or a certain thing that's in the way. I know that's going away. I just kind of see a general composition. The reason I like this, I love the path. I love the train tracks here. Those are all interesting to me to put in my painting. We really, really don't know where this is going. This is really fun.
Is the drone idea new to you? Are you just recently starting that?
The what?
The drones?
Oh, you saw my thing? Well, yeah, I do. I've been doing that for a little bit. Luckily, my son has a drone, and he's out of state right now. But when he is here, I do like to hire him to get some pictures for me. And what I do, I'll tell you my secret, is that now I just have him do a drone video of the whole area, and then I just look at it on my computer, and then pause, screenshot, this is the picture I want, instead of him trying to find the picture that I want. I'll just.
What are you doing right now? Is that the
This
salt
is-
bank or the
This
water?
is like this is a this is La Jolla in the background here. So I was in Del Mar at Seagrove Park when I took this picture, and
Are you still doing the sky?
no, this is not the sky. This
Right.
is going to be the hillside.
Okay.
This is a very moody painting.
And you have pink and buff, is that what?
I've got pink and I've got pink and a little bit of the Prussian blue
Oh.
and the buff, yeah. So. Okay. I'll just. And then a little darker. So now there's going to be some things in this that I might have to go home and fix completely. This is not usually my palette is generally brighter than this, but oh no, my stuff is very, very very bright.
Like that coral on the bottom?
Yeah, like in here.
Yeah.
It's normal, but this is fun, so we're gonna just keep going and see what happens. I've got to cover, I can see right now, I'm off, so I'm gonna try to do some corrections. And that's what I'm saying, that's the beauty of acrylics. You make a mistake, you just paint right over it. And So you can see I do a lot of blending, but also leaving, like, as I go. I got a lot of paint on the floor down here already. That's like, FYI. It's acrylic, so that's the good news.
So you blend your paints on the canvas, not on the palette?
Well, here's how my palette is so far. And I guess I'm kind of, yeah, I think so. I kind of like just swish. Once in a while I'll get my, if I have to do a big section, I'll mix up that paint just so that it's consistent and I know that it's not going to change, but a lot of it is being blended right here on the brush and here. Is that, I don't know, traditional or not traditional, I just know what works for me, and I think that that's the thing about becoming an artist, is doing a ton of paintings and always working and finding out what works for you. You know, I think that then, and that's how you develop a style, is knowing that, oh, they don't do it this way, but I really like it when I do it this way.
Right.
And you figure that out, that's your, you know, hidden talent, and then that's how you can, if that helps at all. So I just mixed up a warmer color here, because I want to put in some warm here, just to do it. And I like the questions, you guys, so very much. I keep looking around the side because I'm trying to figure out where I'm at in my. Yes, exactly. I don't think I've ever worked top to bottom in a while, but I think it's working today.
You usually do bottom up.
I usually work upside down completely and then I flip it at the end, but for this sake, I don't think that would be very nice to do to you.
That's okay, we can handle it.
You know, like, oh, we just watched someone. Yeah.
Our brains will twist.
Okay. This. Do you guys normally have watercolor people or all
No.
what other artists
A
do
lot
you?
of acrylic.
Multimedia, oh, that's fun.
We have pastel.
Yeah. I'm gonna be doing some drawing tomorrow night, but it's figure drawing.
Where?
It's in LA at the other art fair, and they're gonna have like models at the fair. But they're gonna be in an enclosed place.
Obviously.
Yeah, and then we get to paint them, but I'm gonna use some of these, they're water soluble oil pastels.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna use that and then kind of paint over them, and I made a bunch of backgrounds. Yeah, you got some.
A new toy.
Yeah, just something I just did it to mix up my.
So where's that purple coming from your picture? It's just in your head?
What was that?
The purple, you have the green and the purple?
Oh yeah, so
So,
it's yeah,
okay.
yeah. This right here,
No, on the left.
here.
Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I mean, there's a shadow. It needs to be dark. Doesn't need to be green. Doesn't need to be black. Just needs to be dark. If that makes any sense. I'm just trying to get this in, you guys. It is. Okay, that is train tracks. You guys did not see that, right? Hopefully. So I'm usually I said usually I'll just do all the darkest parts first, but today.
So Kate, I've got
Yeah.
another question for you.
Yes.
So, I asked the question about the photograph, and you said, yes, I'm putting clouds in because I think it would be better for the composition. You didn't use those words, but
No, I did not.
Class.
I put it before just to show them how to put clouds in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my other question is, okay, so you're being very close to, you got it, the quadrants and
Yeah.
making sure everything. But at what point do you say, screw the quadrants, I'm gonna do it because I like this composition?
About the last 20%, 15 to 20%. So I gotta get it in first, and I gotta make sure that it is reading right. And then the play, you can really just go in and get your brush loose and just like, oh, this would be, I just like will get a, crazy pink color and do highlights all over and play at that point. Like sometimes I could do this whole thing and then come in and I'm like, I just don't like this. Like even now I'm looking at this and it's just not dark enough here. I can just wipe out the whole sky, but not until I get it. I've got to get all this stuff working, It's got to make sense. It's got to read right. For me, I don't abstract it too much,
I mean, several people out in the audience have commented how quickly did the clouds and how great they turned out. So the sky
And I don't know what there is. No, I think
So
just
don't
right.
you dare wipe out your
I have no problem. I'd take a boat and do it on a boat. Like I do. Yeah. So I know what I want to do with this. Like I think I was gonna have some fun here. Like this is a nice path here, and I was thinking, like if my brush wasn't so darn dirty. A bright orange path, and then I'll put the. Also, it helps with when you have a big canvas, don't use a tiny brush, because you'll be there, right? You gotta. So it's just by knowing, like I put something on my canvas here and then I'm like, oh, that's not, I need more yellow, I need more pink. Do you know how to blend colors enough to, Now I'm just cleaning my brush in the corner there. It's still muddy right there. I don't like that, but maybe it'll work out when I. Lighten it up. So sometimes also for lightning and stuff, like I said, I don't always just use white. This pale pink, it's called flesh tone, but I think they changed the name for Nova color, but it's just a pale pink. And sometimes that's, all you need to brighten up your colors. You don't need to add white, is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't always. So, here we go. Now we have this. You guys can kind of see the picture. I'm really debating this green right here. Like, it will.
It can become a floral.
I know. I mean, I'll put it in. I just don't know if I want to make it green. That's not. Oh my. That's a fluorescent green, so I'm just gonna throw some white in there for light color. Oh, green and this is not gonna work, but let's see.
Bad.
No, perfect. No. Well, I just realized, of course, pink and green, it's kind of,
Makes black.
yes. But that's okay. I'll brighten it up. There's the color. Yeah. And like I said, these are just general shapes, and then all the details and the nuances we can throw in. Okay, I'm just wiping that off my canvas. I think that's too much. I like the questions, though. I love that You guys are engaged and.
So, in the last 20%,
Yes,
when you start throwing in colors,
yeah,
and it sounds like it's very intuitive.
yes, very much, yes.
Yes. And has it always been intuitive, or did some color theory happen?
I guess, I started with intuitive stuff, I gotta say, like where it was just, I started with intuitive with doing like backgrounds, intuitive backgrounds, and then putting stuff on top of it, and just trying to see like what shapes and stuff that were coming from the background. And then with color, sorry guys, like these two paintings don't match, but we'll try to get them to match when we get done here. With color, I mean, I know color theory, but I don't know exactly, oh, I need to put a warm next to this purple and these two oranges or something, what takes it to bring it out. I know it kind of like intuitively more than what I'm supposed to, but I've been taught it, but I can't remember, I just know what works on my
That's an artist.
yeah, like I do this white green, but I know that it's gotta be dark under here, so I just know. Yeah. There's just so much green, I think I can't get away from it, you guys. That's just what's gonna happen. But you can make, when that happens, and there is a bunch of one color, it's not like you can't bring stuff to the foreground and the background with those colors too. You know, like if I know all of this has to be green in here, then like this section right here is, oh, we lost, did I step on something?
I don't have to, just
No,
go
he
away.
is playing with the controls.
I know that like like this is in the foreground, so this is gonna be a lot more detailed, and I can just, even though on here it looks like all green, I can see that there's some bushes here, so I'll bring all those bushes up with another color and bring those to the front. And more, and also, that's when I'll also grab a smaller brush. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Everybody can just say, you need to do this, please. There's some bushes. So, I don't know about you guys, but do you ever just talk to yourself while you're painting and just say, oh, there's this here, and there, oh, look, and then you see a new shape, and you're like, oh, this is, you know, oh, there's that, there, oh, look, I'm putting this in. You just have your own conversations with yourself. And I don't know about you, but I have a husband that almost, I think that for the first like 4 years that I was painting, it was like, okay, could you just put one bird in the painting? Or could you just, a little rat in the corner or something? We just went through this. You know.
Now, does the underpainting have any effect on the hue that you're painting?
I think it does. I think it does. And I'll leave some spots, but yes, and especially like this one, maybe it's cooling it off a little, but if you put like a yellow or something, and then you can really warm up those colors. I definitely, I do not ever do, white is, you know, No, don't start with white. So I can say that. And I'm just looking at some shapes here. I may have to. Yeah.
How does that appear on your paper, what you're doing?
How does what?
What you're doing, right there.
How does it appear here?
Yeah, is it a dent or is it a bush?
Oh, it's a shadow. It's a shadow.
Thank you.
From the sun, yes. That was a good question.
Yeah, because I'm following you. I'm not sleeping anymore, because you opened up the door.
How much paint on my brush here? So, I'm gonna do. No, you should keep talking. It makes me not nervous.
Okay, we'll talk.
Yes, that's fine.
I love how you got the shapes in the beginning. I love the fact that you're distinguishing them, the shapes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta get that in, and then all the details is what really makes it at the end, but if you can at least get your perspective,
Yeah,
perspective is so important.
you got your shapes in, and it really almost made the painting right there.
You just gotta get
Now, to get the hill, are you going with the brush strokes?
this was,
The hills that
Up
go
here?
this way and this way?
these, I don't know what I
It
have
comes
to,
naturally, got it.
yeah, like I think that it's just,
Natural.
like I said, I'm still just trying to get this in, this track, cause that's gonna be a big, I may have messed up a little bit, so. But that's again, the beauty of just being able to just,
Trying to think where that park is you took it from.
oh, Seagrove Park? Just towards the little condos to the south?
Carlsbad?
No, in Del Mar. That you were asleep during that part.
No, I was awake then. I sleep in closed places that don't have air.
Oh, yeah.
I can't, I could be teaching and not say anything and fall asleep on my feet. No air, I'm dead.
I hear ya. I went to a play a couple weeks ago and I had the hardest time just keeping my eyes open. As, you know, as interesting as it was, I just,
What play was it?
it was about Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna go to that.
It's pretty good.
Was it good?
All right, I need to, guess what? You guys, have you seen me clean my brush once?
No.
Yeah. So I'm gonna actually clean it. There's some water. I think I need to.
You remember Cole, aren't you? I know your name. What's it called?
Oma from Oceanside.
Okay.
Probably that. So, I think I'm gonna turn it back over for a second, cause I'm what, how, do we have, are we time?
Do you have time? Do you want fresh water?
No, I'm good. I'm kinda in my head, I feel like I'm stuck for a second, so I am gonna turn it over so I can see it.
Love it.
I need to see what's going on in the middle of this painting. So, by doing this, I'm taking out all the grass, I'm taking out the pathway out of my mind, and I'm just gonna see what shapes, you know, what
It
needs to.
works like that.
Yeah,
Yes, it does.
I can't see it, and I think I'm gonna go for a second with my smaller brush. I gotta do some corrections, so here we go.
Do you wanna get back from it? I would go crazy if I hadn't gotten back at the.
And looked at it?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel
We'll take a break.
must paint. I'm used to not having like real painters in. I've done like plenty of the paint and sip classes where people don't know what they're doing, and that you guys, it's much more nerve-wracking knowing that you're like, she's not doing it right. She might not do it
No,
right.
there's no right or wrong.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. It's just
Their
No,
style.
I don't.
You're good.
There's no right or wrong when you're a painter.
when you. That's nice.
That's the fun part.
There's this and that, but no right or wrong.
Now, this is where I'm stuck. So I have this shape here. I have this thing. I understand it.
Now, are these shadows you're painting?
Yes, yes, and I kind of lost them, and so I've got to come back and see how this. The train is so important to get right because of the perspective that if I mess it up,
The train.
there's a train track right here.
Oh, train track. yeah.
And train tracks, they have to read right, right? You can't,
I don't, no, I don't, I cover them up part way.
yeah. But
I don't, otherwise a straight line drives me crazy.
do you guys, are a lot of you landscape painters or what do you, yes? Okay.
Yes. Are you a landscape painter?
Well, I had someone about 4 years ago told me that she saw my other work and then she saw my landscape work and she said, you're just phoning it in with your landscape work. And it really upset me for 2 days.
People put.
She was like an art critic though. She just told me that and it really upset me.
What did you say?
You're an
I was
artist.
just phoning it in with my landscapes. And I mean, you can do more than landscapes. And that really hurt me. And I was like, well, whatever. The point is that 2 days later I said, well, you know what I said in my head. And ever since then, I just took off. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to paint what makes me happy.
Thank you.
So that's when everything started happening. Because I don't care.
It's all
I
about.
don't have to please you. I don't have to please you. I just want to paint what makes me happy. And if you like it, you do. If you don't,
Yeah.
Not everybody's gonna like everything.
You can change your colors of your shadow any way you want.
yes. It was just I don't know where we were in the conversation. I just was like, okay, this isn't, you know.
You were stuck and now you're on.
You know, it was the blessing. Sometimes things happen and, you know. Anyway, okay.
I'm done, but
I'm still, what is the problem with this?
Oh, yeah, she's phoning it in.
Yeah, I'm phoning it in again, so here we go. Right. Okay, I'm gonna turn back over 1 second. Can you guys can you hear me talking to myself in the mic? When I say, oh, it needs to be darker, or this isn't right, or can you hear that part? Oh.
Yeah,
No, I
just do
can't.
whatever you want.
Okay, I just was curious if you heard all that.
And we lost
Okay, it's coming along though, it's just definitely.
And these are shadows you're messing with.
Yes, yeah, because that's the part that I was really like, are they, where are they? What is going on? And I'll definitely come back. And I'm gonna flip it over in 1 second, maybe, yeah. I just was stuck, this part had so much detail in it, in the middle. And that's,
Let the orange show through because it's working.
I'm gonna leave that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna really brighten up that, this. I want. When I did it, and this will be. Does anybody have a palette knife of any sort?
Anyone have a palette knife?
Anyone have a palette knife? There we go.
Yes, she does. Just a second.
I thought I put one in here and I didn't.
I like to see you using that permanent green, that I have that and I hardly ever use it, but I'm
This
seeing
one?
what you're mixing it with.
Fluorescent.
Oh,
Thank you, perfect.
she's just using that like with
Oh, I
Russian
don't.
blue.
I use,
I think it's the
I don't. My brushes are, I use cheap brushes now too. There's a place in Hillcrest, have you guys ever go to Artist and Craftsman in Hillcrest? And they have these brushes like this. I mean, the amount of paint, these are about a buck or two. And I like a flat brush a lot. But I'll go through, 20 paintings and then and then toss it. I don't think I got you. But I do like those. I used to have nicer brushes, and now I know I'm probably saying all the wrong things, but that's how I.
Okay, we're about halfway through.
That's
Take a
it.
little break.
Oh, well, okay, hang on. Great.
You're not the boss. Did you just say that?
I'm not the boss of her, but I'm just listening to what she wants.
Okay, you let me know when you want to take a
Okay.
break. I'll be
Okay.
in the back.
I'm not boss of nothing.
I'm gonna flip it as soon as I get this cap in. I'm gonna flip it. Really? Wait, how long have I been painting? Like an hour? An hour. Okay.
Yeah, time flies, doesn't it?
Can you send me some more pictures?
And you maintain our attention almost all.
Hey.
We get lost.
Well, I was nervous when I saw everyone coming in with all the sketchbooks, and I was like, oh no, I don't know if I can teach like it.
We don't usually, you don't usually have to teach us. Normally, we just paint along with you.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Yeah, I've learned a lot already.
Do your
Oh,
thing.
good. Oh, good. That's awesome. A lot of in my regular paintings, I do a lot of streets. And I love to leave the streets I like to do streets in lots of different colors, never gray, never the color of the cement, and like I look for the lines in the street, like where the cement stops, and then that's when a new color will start. So it's like blue, and then I know there's a line, and then maybe a light purple. They're similar value, but it just makes the streets more interesting. I still think the sky doesn't match. So the other thing is, if you've been through the whole painting and it's not working, or if
Love the orange.
Yeah, it kind of helped a little brightening it a little. The things about, the darn things about these acrylics and certain acrylics is they dry darker. So you're always fighting that battle, especially the reds and the purples, and you'll have them and you think it goes, and then you come back that painting an hour later and you're like, that doesn't, it's so kind of frustrating.
We like the orange.
Good.
I love that orange in there.
Don't erase it.
So here, I'm going to pass this around. This is the photo that I'm working from, so you guys can kind of see where that is.
But do you have to take away the coral?
The what?
Your base, your coral.
Oh, no, this? Oh, no, I won't take it all away. No, I'm going to, I'll leave some. I just got to get, like the palm tree, I could have even left some spots for the palm trees, because there's supposed to be palm trees in it.
Can be.
But I still want to get like what's going on here, and this is a big jumbly mess here.
No, it's not.
But it looks good.
Looks
From
great.
here it looks
You
great.
guys can't say it
Yeah,
looks
stand
good.
back.
You know what? Stand back.
Stand back.
Have to go.
I can see it right there on the screen.
Same.
But you're too close to it.
Yeah.
So when you say the sky doesn't match, it's mostly its style you're referring to?
Just maybe because it's super moody. This is really bright, and
Okay.
and this is going. And what I would do at the end sometimes is I'll just take I'll mix a tint into my varnish, and then just a little bit of one color, and then so it just ties the whole painting together. And I'll do 2 coats of varnish. So the first one will have a little tint, and sometimes I'll even do 2 tints. So I'll have like a tint of varnish coming up this way, and it'll be blending, and then I'll blend it into maybe a different thing, so it kind of moves. But it ties things together sometimes. So that's a tip. There you go.
What kind of varnish do you use?
I use either golden or Liquitex, sometimes mostly gloss varnish, Liquitex gloss varnish, or golden. Sometimes you can use a matte if you prefer matte varnish, but I use gloss.
You don't want to use
Or seal them.
How do you decide what tints to use? What colors?
Oh, at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, just if I want to warm it up, maybe a yellow, but just a drop of it. Like, if I want to put this, this is a good one to use too, if you want to just kind of mute the whole thing. Here, I'll pass that around. Will you pass that around? That's a great color, because I did a painting for the plein air exhibit 4 years ago, and I only used that color and buff and blue with charcoal, and just those 3 colors, and the painting had so many a range of colors in it. And I think at the very end I grabbed my pink and I put a couple pink things in it, but just using those 3, that you can get a lot of different range. You get a lot of green out of that, mixing that, and then like I saw, oh, when I mix this with the charcoal, because I had done a charcoal sketch, and I was like, this really, you can get a lot.
Was that the one for Alma?
Yeah, but it was not the last one, but the one before that, so whatever year that was. Not sure.
I love what you have so far, because of the oranges and your nuancing.
Oh, here. Thank you.
Don't touch the clouds.
Don't touch the clouds. I don't think I'll get out of here alive if I touch the clouds.
She made her painter.
I like your colors, those are my favorite colors.
You're not supposed to.
I'm tracked down.
Are you Karen? No, I'm Karen.
Oh, hi Karen, that's right.
When I was a member, I'm not a member anymore.
Oh, you're not?
I'm Nicole, but I'm not one.
Oh, okay. And I've seen your work out as a Oh, and I saw it.
Yeah, we were in Society of Fine Artists. We were in Gallery 21.
Right.
So
Yeah,
I
it was
did,
in 21, yes.
Yeah.
I always try to check out what's going on there.
Yeah, it's fun. Spanish Village in Belfast Park.
You guys are so nice. Like, what the nicest group. But I might need my paint back. I might need it for something. So now, I was painting fast and furious before, but I will be slowing down a little bit now. Because now I've got it, now that I've got some of it in. I don't know who has that.
Hazel,
We're
Yeah.
passing it around.
Okay, because I need it for part of my painting.
bring it back.
We need to give it back.
I heard that was being discontinued, and I
Is it?
stocked up, yeah, I
Oh,
don't know, there may be a rumor, but I didn't find any on the shelf at two different Michael stores.
I just heard that some of the other smaller sizes of certain golden paints are going away too.
Oh, all the quinacridone.
Those things are
No, really?
It's going away?
Is it bad for you?
Quinacridone gold or quinacridone something?
Red.
No, not red, I think, this, yeah, this, I don't know.
That's a quinacridone.
Okay, yeah, that's the one that they're taking away. Which one? You're lucky you have a big jar of it.
Not very, better.
I don't even think you can get it anymore. I tried to
Really?
order some.
That's not that old. I guess I haven't used it for a while. That's probably why I have that.
The problem, it seems, is, because it's a car color, it comes from a car manufacturer. The quinacridone is, and they're not sharing it, I don't know, I heard some story about it.
Oh, okay. I'll be curious.
Should we find it to get it back?
Eventually they will.
Paint's right here.
Okay, I've got it. Thank you, ladies. Oh, okay.
Well, they wanted.
Yeah.
Step back and look at what you got.
Okay.
I'm on your side.
And now that they know it's going away, you may never see it.
I've got some issues.
I have a couple of little jars.
Don't you love the orange?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's gotta stay, but how do I, that's the trick, right?
Yes. When to leave it. When to fold it. When to hold it.
I love
When
how
to
loose
walk
it is
away.
right now, I'm just wondering how much you're gonna tighten it.
I know, right? That's the scary part, right?
Yeah,
Is trying to,
Because they're discontinued.
this just needs to be darker and it's.
I sat down to a demo, a demo of what?
So, you say a lot of things to yourself on the track of your painting.
What was that?
You say a lot of things to yourself as you go through a
Do you hear it? That's what.
composition. So, what are some of the most helpful things that you say to yourself? Like a while ago you said, "Oh, I'm stuck," and so you turn the canvas.
Yeah.
There are things you do, but are there things that you say to yourself?
Well, I say a lot of like, that's not working, so. I think a lot of it is, obviously, that needs to be lighter. This is, a lot of it's just correcting myself of like, oh, that has to be lighter, this has to be darker. Like, give me a minute and I'll try to.
I say a lot of things to myself, but it's not always put
Yeah, right. But I don't worry about it. I mean, I think just the amount of paintings at this point that I do, that it just, you know, nothing is sacred to me, like, so, it just, sometimes you gotta let some of that go.
Can you purposely scrape off some of the paint?
This, the only way you could really get off, to scrape it off if we wanted to, is with water or something and get it wet and then scrape. For sure, it would come off, but just by doing it right now, it's too, this is dry. Yeah, this is all dry.
So once it dries,
You can, but I'm saying, if I got water on this and I wanted to take some of it out,
Paint over it.
yeah, you paint, or you paint over it, but if you wanted to, like, I'm just gonna put like a little. You could probably get it wet with a, and this might work. Let it, see, I've got some drips going now, but if you wanted to, I think if you let it sit for a while, it will remove the other paint. Like I've noticed, like if I've,
Sandpaper, maybe?
no, you could, no, it would definitely come off if I was late working flat and I spilled water and it sat there for a little bit and I came like this, all that first layer of paint would come off. So, if that, yeah, I've done it on sometimes, like it's really fun if you're doing something like a big section and you want to show more of that stuff, like even if, as it's wet.
It wouldn't change the total value of it, if you want to make a lighter tone.
I guess, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one. So like if I left those drips and then I wiped them, they could probably. I'm just kind of scrubbing in here now, so. Let's see. Does anyone have the paintings the picture that I passed around? And any observations from what's there versus what's here? Anyone have a comment or?
The horizon.
The horizon?
Yeah.
Is it not right? Is it slanted?
Slanted.
Oh, yes, that's exactly what happens when you're,
Yeah.
okay. If I had a ruler, I would come and I would measure, but two things, I have trifocal glasses, so literally things seem a little curved, but sometimes I have to go back.
Easy to fix.
Yes, this is slanted, right? Oh, yeah, okay.
Horizon, yeah.
So it probably needs to be like up here?
Right, right.
Okay.
Unless the fog is coming in and you can,
I think a little bit higher.
Higher than that, really?
I think.
I can't even see
Well,
it.
let's wait and see. A little bit.
Still?
Yeah, a little bit.
Thank you.
You should stand back and see it for yourself.
you need to stand back, yeah.
No, even if I did it with my glasses, I still can't.
Yeah, no,
I
that's good.
literally,
Better.
Oh, it looks like the tide's coming in.
Way better.
thank you. Because I would have done the whole thing and not seen it and been like, okay. Mhm.
Are you gonna put the palm trees in?
I think I will.
Everybody loves your palm trees.
My palm trees are always,
I do.
I did a really fun thing with a preschool a couple weeks ago where I went and did a quick little demo for a preschool. It was the sweetest thing. But I did palm trees. I did a palm tree upside down and showed them how to do an upside down palm tree. And then they went and did them on their own without me there. And I think turned around and showed them. They sent me a picture. I'm like, they did pretty good, you know, considering, you know what that was. I was really happy. Palm trees, right? We have, how much time do we have, you guys, so that I can?
250 right now.
Okay. That's fine.
30 minutes.
Okay, I'll do the palm trees then.
Yeah, I see what she means by all color.
And then the fireplace, this was like.
It's really interesting how the contract is forward. The contract is forward.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it 2-4? Oh, okay.
Upstairs. I've taken one bed.
I love that comments because it really,
What is it that you're painting right now?
this right here is some, like a white wall.
Per se.
There's a white wall right here.
Yeah.
Did you see, whoever has
I
the
saw it,
picture?
I remember now.
There's a, it's holding up the, yeah,
No, but it's a needed, isn't it?
there's some stairs. And then this rock is over here. There's that.
Upstairs, downstairs.
Okay, palm tree, before I mess them up.
Somebody's not taking pictures at different stages that you're at. So you should see the different stages you're at.
Good. Like a whole,
This will be videotaped and it'll be online
Oh, nice. On her website or?
on the call website.
So, and then I found out that she had anxiety. So the psychiatrist that I took her to.
so,
I like the orange that you left before you covered it over.
oh, this?
Whatever you did, it really popped and showed that painting originally.
And I messed it up?
You can take it out right now.
Good, or I just put it back, right?
So we named him Freddie.
The dog? Remember Freddie, I can hear the conversation.
I said, no, you take care of Freddie. Take care of him.
Oh my gosh, I never do green leaves, so this is a first.
And she,
Not necessarily gold.
I know.
What color do you normally do?
I usually start with a dark purple-ish. It depends on the painting, what color's on my brush. And then always just go lighter, you know, like I do for palm trees, I do like, I call it, there's a question for you, rule of halves. So I start like, let's just say I have this is 100%, so the next color I'll only put like 50% of the next lighter color, and then of that color I'll go 50% of that to do the highlights. So just so in my head, that's just how that, it might not always be the case, but if you're just doing them really quickly and trying to pop them in, you know. Back here, I'll even put some more purple in here for fun. Make it. So yeah, palm trees are like eyebrows. So it's like out and over. And so you start from the center, and then you just do like you're gonna. I don't have any eyebrows anymore. I have them, but yes, I could. But it's just up and you know like that's. So that's how I. So just that's that, and then what do we got? Okay. Let's see if I can remake that color. So what I'm going to try to do, if I'm successful, is I'm going to try to pick up some of the colors from this, and I have in my picture there's none. So. You know, there's a lot of,
Shine.
but you know, there's a lot of rules, and pay attention to them so much, like sometimes there's a lot of rules that I hear when we do art critiques and things, and people are like, oh, you have to have a certain focal point or a certain something, or is the balance, and I just don't know if I always do that. So that's all I can say is, I just kind of, I'm not saying that it's not good or bad, it's just something that it's not, that I don't do. But also, again, but composition is important, so. Okay, that's good enough. I think that's right. Okay. Now let's just do a little more play. And if anyone wants to come up, this is like, because I've only got a little bit more time, that they can come up and look and while I'm painting if they want to. You're more than welcome to come up. Rock here. There's this track. You guys would, if you knew what I hear up here, it cracks me up like, she doesn't. I don't know what, I only heard the she something or another. What did they say? Yes.
It's all good.
I need your Carlsbad, that's what made the painting.
Don't remember that one, because I just said that's us. So.
So it's funny because you look at the picture a lot.
Do I?
You look at the picture a lot, but then you do something totally different on the painting.
Yes, yes, I am looking.
So,
Yes.
so what is it? Is it value that you look at? Or?
Yes, I think so. Value, just
Value?
making sure that the lines, like I said, perspective is really important. Well, I'm just looking at, this needs to be lighter, this highlight needs to go here, this needs to be darker, this needs to be mid-range, you
Right.
know, and it's just, it doesn't matter what color it is to me, it's just as a matter of if it's light, medium, or dark.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that helps.
Because I like the painting better than the picture, to be honest.
Oh, the picture's boring, yeah. I already know when I'm doing it.
Like,
Once in a while, I will go in Photoshop and I'll pick some colors and just take a general area in Photoshop, like, okay, I kind of want that to be this color, and I'll mask it. But then I don't really stick to that once I get going either. So sometimes, like, this is more,
I don't know how to do it. I just,
you know,
I should do a value study. That's all I do.
oh, I see it. Okay.
That's what I'm so curious about, the perspective of the crossbars.
these.
Yeah, that would just kill me.
You know, another thing that someone, I think I saw one time is like, when you're doing like a fence or something like this, don't try to put every single one in. It's nice to go skip, and then, you know, because then they're looking at the painting and like, oh, they're not saying this isn't straight. They're just looking at the overall painting, and I think that that's what's important, just really looking at that. Also, I've done a lot of train tracks, so I don't have any issue. But I may get them crooked, and if they're crooked, I'll probably go back when I get home and, you know, fix that. Oh, I feel like that can be.
Is that the picture? Fabienne, she wanted to
Yes.
see it.
Thank you. We didn't see it over here. Absolutely. Thanks.
Kind of. Oh, that's fine.
Kind of.
You guys don't want me to keep that red there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and return the rest of it.
We'll see. I don't have that color to do it, but I could probably do it when I get.
Erase it, get your water bottle. It made the painting, you wanna know the truth?
Yeah,
It
okay.
made the painting.
Oh,
The
well, I
oranges
can put it,
that you had,
I can go back.
unusual places, absolutely made this stunning.
You are so.
I'm being honest.
Can you just come and?
I'm good at this.
Okay. Yeah, you
Used to
do, did you
critique
do, have you been at the
the
critique at
Cardwell.
Oceanside before? No,
You don't read Cardwell, a while back?
What? No?
Don't cover the one.
I need you to come to what I'm painting in my studio, and then you're gonna
We
like
do it together, thank you.
Yes, don't you do it.
I'll come to your
Yes.
studio.
Yes. You're darn, I love it.
It's just a feel, honey, you had the feel. You had it.
And sometimes it scares you, because then you were too much in the art.
Okay.
The freedom that you, have been talking about, the permissions that you give yourself, that really comes through in the work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good.
It's joyful and easy.
Yeah, I guess, like I said, I just don't care. Enough that. Yeah, so now what I would probably do, and I don't have the color, is, as Scott was asking me before, this would be, like you can see, now I'm at a point where I would be even looser. I have bright pinks and stuff. I would mix up some bright pinks in certain areas and just pop them in. Or a certain color. My palette's a disaster right now. So, and again, there's no definition in this. I would come in and I would put a lot more definition in here. If you know, but it's good to rest from a painting too. Like you guys are like, step back. Step back, and that's important. But
Then you erased it.
I erased something.
The orange.
Oh, the orange. That's right.
I look at it as coral, it doesn't feel like coral.
It's so pretty.
It's gorgeous color.
It's just
You know, it's also peeking through, you can feel it coming through.
I know, but it came through over to the left and in different spots, in different erratic ways, and it worked. It
She
literally.
wants me to. I can put it back. I just can't put it. I'll send you.
She can't do it
Send me
now.
your email because I don't have the color to put it back. I did not bring.
No, I'll show up at your studio.
Yeah, there you
She
go.
will too.
Right? Until I kick her out and say.
No, there's no kicking me out.
I'll be like, stop.
That's what they do to the hangers.
What do you mean?
Do you know what you're gonna do to the front grass?
That's what I'm working on right now. Like I'm starting to put some detail in here. So I would do the same. I'll show you like with this very loose. There's patches of that yellow, and I would probably come in with like this color, not per se yellow, but yeah, maybe I'll probably blend that in. I don't, but I'm just doing it to make a point, so that it's not one big just blob of. That's not just one big blob of.
Hey, do you have a certain, description for your artwork, like you're not abstract or?
It's California Contemporary Coastal in any order. So coastal, contemporary, California, like, I just feel like the colors are usually California and that is what I decided that's gonna be.
I love your jacket. You look like a lab coat. Aren't they fun?
I love those colors.
Yeah, I do too.
I would give you the color the reds.
I can't use them anymore. I had to take them. I gave them away when I went out. When I cleaned out my house. I gave it to all my friends.
So remember I was saying about the pink? Because that's what I'm gonna pop in some flowers here. That's good.
What's the name of that pink?
These are all Nova color, so if you ever go on there,
I've never bought it.
Nova color is amazing.
yeah, and you can come up and see, it like I said, it does dry a little bit darker, but, they've got several pinks.
I'm gonna take a picture of the colors.
Oh, did you do?
She did. She covered it up.
This is what she corrected.
So this is all Nova, but then you transfer them and.
Yeah, and they sell the jars online too. They do, yeah, so it makes it convenient. Like if you were to. All right, how much time, you can take a picture of the whole setup.
306.
306. Oh. Yeah, that's good. The thing is like golden is better than, I think golden is better than Nova color.
Oh, for this?
Yeah, especially for that, yes.
Or in
yeah.
general?
In general,
Okay.
but you can always put the Nova color, start with the Nova color, and especially for the, this, because it's got more pigment in this, in the, you know,
Yeah, this is-
opacity, the opacity.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and when you get it, well, first of all, they don't make that color the same, but the white especially, when I use white, that's super translucent, it can be annoying.
I like your palette. Because you get so many colors out of it, that's amazing.
I'm so glad you came up and took a look, yeah.
Yes, yes, I'm gonna take a picture.
Well, it's just kind of like, see how I'm doing this, but then I'm mixing it with that pale peachy color to tone it down.
Right, so this is this one, right?
Yeah, that's called peach tone. Yeah. It used to be called flesh. Yeah. I think they used to call it flesh tone, but I think, I'm like, but I'm like, it's not really, you're kind of.
Very cool. I love that color. And it goes, and so this is with the yellow, or this is with the?
It's this and this.
Ah, the yellow, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, see?
Yeah, they're pretty cute.
Yeah, you can squeeze them out there and stuff if you want.
10 minutes.
What, okay.
Kate is the one that's down doing the painting. Yeah, yeah. Oh, she's in Carlsbad.
Yes, I'm in Carlsbad. If anybody again wants to come up, now is the time because I have 10 minutes. So if you want to come up and ask me a question up close, you are more than welcome to.